Boy, do we have a lot to get through today, so let's get right into it. Episode 3, Committing to the Bit. After Vula's tribal Say is feeling sore for having to use her idol, she feels she can't trust her alliance. We go over to the Siva camp, and David starts talking about some very vulnerable issues. He's living in a camper van in his dad's garden, and he's got dreams of having a family, but money's an issue. He says something very concerning and a bit upsetting. He says, I won't have a girlfriend if I don't win $1 million because she's going to leave me if I don't. So many issues there. This did get me thinking about how I've been frustrated with both Australian and US Survivor in recent seasons, that there's been too many people of privilege, of status, of profile, and a few times I've heard people say things like, I don't need the prize money. But people like David and Mitch and even saying Mary, they're in this game to win, and it's life-changing money. So I'm really liking the cast this season. Anyway, Lagi morale is so low that Joe builds a bonfire, but Shaheen and Thomas don't like the bond that he's got with Eva. And then Say and Mary go looking for an idol. And it was just like that, really, wasn't it? We get into the immunity and comfort reward challenge. A caller needs to instruct the tribe mates to find puzzle pieces and solve it all blindfolded. And it's a familiar story. Lagi wins. Siva comes in second. Vula are off to tribal. Then we have a journey, and this is the first key piece of the end puzzle at the end of the episode. The Yahtzee style dice roll. Keep rolling the dice, and you have to bank either flames or skulls. But 4 flames mean you gain a vote, and 4 skulls mean you lose a vote. And Bianca loses her vote. Camilla gains a vote. Justin crucially loses his vote. And now the course is set in motion. Back at camp, Camilla tells the truth to her tribe, but Bianca lies completely. But she tells Thomas the truth, and we all know how good secrets are in this game. Justin tells a half truth. Again, this burnt his bridge further. He says something like, it's like Yahtzee, but there was question marks and a potential comfort win, and I won't know the outcome until tomorrow. I think he would have had a bit of a chance if he had told the truth to his tribe mates. And then we get into that tribal council. It's Say versus Mary. Say is so angry and bitter, the other two barely get a word in. And then Jeff breaks it up and says, I don't think I've ever said this before, but I think I'm going to have to interrupt and say it's time to vote. So, first, Mary played her shot in the dark and is safe. And according to Rob, this is only the second successful shot in the dark played in the history of our game, and both of them have been Liam's players. So in the first round of voting, Justin, of course, doesn't have a vote, but nobody knows that. It's 2 votes on Mary, so we go to a re-vote. So anyone except Mary can be voted for. But again, nobody knows that Justin can't vote. So the second round, it's 1 on Say and 1 on Justin. So then we go to a re-vote again, and they don't change the vote. But it can only be Justin and Say who can be voted for, but Cedric and Say stick with their guns. So at this point, because it's only those two, Mary doesn't have a say, Justin and Say can't vote because their votes would cancel each other. It's literally only Cedric that can vote, and he inexplicably changes to Justin, sending Justin home. So that means Rob loses his first player. No snuffer blockers were played. Poor old Rob. We've been playing Castaways in this form for 4 seasons now. Only once has Rob had a player crack the top 10, and that was Drew in season 45. Last season, Rob came in 15th and 10th. In season 46, it was 17th and 10th. but in season 45 he was 15th and Drew came in 6th. So the money board, the Jeff pot goes up $2 and Rob loses $4. That is where we are as we go into a tribe swap next week. I think that is going to cause chaos. Also next week, some massive news that will be of interest but not of impact to players of this game.